Celtics win, everybody. You dancing? How many people bought tickets tonight to watch the Miami Heat play this Boston Celtics? Is that what we got? No Jimmy Butler tonight. No Porzingis. No Hauser. Whatever. The Heat stink. That's kind of my takeaway is the Celtics blew out the Heat tonight, 108-89. They're now 17-4 on the season. Jaylen Brown, 29 points. Pritchard, another 25. I know both teams are shorthanded, but sorry, Heat stink. And just remember, like, within a year or two ago, we used to get prank calls from Miami Heat radio stations. You know, the Celtics lost a Game 7 at home, and I remember taking calls. I remember when they won the Game 6 in Miami. I remember those days. And we just accepted it. We took it because at the time, well, the Celtics deserved it. We didn't chirp back. We just took it like men. Took it right on the chin. But how are the Miami Heat fans now? How do you feel now, Miami Heat fans? You get blown out in the first round of the playoffs last year. You really can't make any trades because, well, you signed too many guys who stink. Yeah, Jaime Jaquez, nice little player, but you ran your team around Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, which would make sense, right? Are you any better? Like, does anything about the Heat scare you anymore? No. So I just want to troll all over the Heat for a little bit. I just think they stink. Yeah, I know Jimmy Butler wasn't out there, but you mean to tell me right now Jaylen Brown's not way better defensively than Jimmy Butler? Or Drew Holiday can't hold down Jimmy Butler? And did Bam Adebayo tap out tonight? What happened there? What happened with Bam? Oh, was Bam tired? Bam was tired. Oh, the back-to-back. He plays the back-to-back games. Oh, he can't play back-to-back games. Oh. Bam. And you would think, with the bigs out that he'd have a big night. He didn't. But I would use a different B word for Bam Adebayo tonight. That's what I would do. I think he quit. He quit. He did. Come on. Let's face it. You're coming home from the game tonight. You watched him play. He stunk up the joint. 33 minutes, 6 of 18, 1 for 4. He went to the Bam Adebayo went to the free throw line twice tonight. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 15 points. I bet you he's like, I had a good night. Almost a triple-double. You were soft as baby poop. 3 turnovers. You were minus 17. Soft. Remember the days when Jason Tatum would drive to the hoop and Bam Adebayo used to be there to stop him? My, how times have changed, huh? Times have changed. Where Adebayo? Where Adebayo? No-showed tonight. Absolute no-show. Remember Duncan Robinson? Remember him? See what he did tonight? 20 minutes, 2 for 9 from the field. 0 for 6. 0 for 6 from 3. Minus 20 with 5 points. Duncan Robinson. So great. He stinks too.
So, Joe, what you're telling me is that if the Celtics got the Heat in the first round, you would feel pretty good about it?
Isn't that what happened last year? Right?
They're the 7 seed right now. You're the 2 seed. I know we got to do the whole play-in tournament and stuff.
Give it to me, please. They stink. They're soft. They are not the team they once were. That's a fact, Skaz. Tyler Herro's 19 points tonight. Tyler Herro is just a guy. And you know what? He's a fine little shooting guard in the league. Does he deserve the money? No. You know what he did from 3 tonight? 2 for 10. 2 for 10. 2 turnovers. I respect Jaime Jaquez. I like his little game. How about these bench guys? How'd they do tonight? Drew Smith? Who? Who are these guys? Oh, I know Thomas Bryant. He's a big stiff. I'm crapping all over the Heat. They stink. They're 9-9 on the year. They give you nothing. Where is the buzz for the Miami Heat? Eric Spoelstra's best coach in the league. All right. Some people disagree with that one for some reason. The big bad Miami Heat, Celtics-Heat, Monday night, December 2nd, at the Garden. Be there. And then Bam Adebayo just no-shows it tonight. He was tired because he played a back-to-back. Oh, he didn't give his all tonight because he was tired because he played last night. Where? In Toronto of all places, right? Had to go. Oh, yeah, you had to cross the border, bro. It was real hard for you. I'm sorry. Now I'm being a jerk. The Heat stink. The Heat stink. The heat is not on. The heat is on. The heat is off. Sorry. You make the playoffs. You face the Celtics in the first round. Gentlemen's sweep. Out. Maybe even a sweep altogether. I'm now going through the motions when it comes to the Celtics. When they lose a game like last night, the green teamers can break it down. Me? I'm just like, yep, call me in the playoffs. The Celtics just got the Cavs and Miami back-to-back. Who'd they play before that, guys? Why am I blanking on that one? Before the Cavs game.
You don't remember the NBA Cup game, Joe, against the Bulls on Friday night?
The Bulls played tough.
Yeah, they might have screwed up the scoring differential.
Bulls played tough. But then remember what game was it? Was that the Sam Hauser 3 at the buzzer?
Sam Hauser played good on Friday night.
Do you know that covered the spread for me?
Joey spreads.
That's right. Spread tonight was 9.5, 219. I took the Celtics in the under. I'm very happy about that too. Come on, guys. The Heat stink. I would like to crap all over them.
The one guy on the Heat I was excited to watch, Khalil Ware, didn't play tonight. He's the one piece on that team that I think could be legit NBA player going forward. Didn't even get to see him.
Where's he from? I don't call it.
First round pick. I feel like he was a Florida State guy, but I could be wrong.
Huh. I feel like I need to see where they went to college in order. He's a big center, right?
Oregon and Indiana, so I was very wrong.
Oh.
But yeah, he's a versatile big.
Two good schools. You're going to Oregon and Indiana. That's good stuff. Oh, I know this guy. And he stinks too, guys, right now. He stinks. They all stink.
Yeah, I think this game just speaks to the margin of error for the Celtics. I thought they played, honestly, pretty bad tonight. Tatum had, 6 turnovers in 9 minutes, Grandy kept harping on. But their defense, something that, we were worried about. No, I don't want to say worried, but they let 43 points in the fourth quarter last night to the Cavs. And tonight, Miami's quarter points were 25, 20, 18, and then 26 in the fourth because nobody cared.
So, actually, that's something I wanted to bring up. The 89 points tonight is the least amount of points they've given up since when? NBA Finals. Game 5. So, you're right. The defense was the story tonight. Do you think they tried to challenge Cornette, and then Cornette was like, nah, bro.
6 blocks?
6 blocks, dude. I mean, that's potentially 12 points. Like, what? Why are they trying to test him? Like, I just You guys stink. The Heat stink. They're not the team they once were. And you know what? When we talk about where Giannis could end up, I still go to them. But imagine Jimmy Butler and Giannis on the same team. Who can shoot? Because you got to give up Harrow, right? Do you have to give up Hawkwiz too? I mean, they're like almost redundant. I know one's a better ball handler, but whatever. The Heat stink. I'm sorry. And it's embarrassing that they lost to them years ago. I'm going to say that right now. If Jason Tatum didn't break his ankle. You know what? Guys, in the story of the Boston Celtics, I'm glad it happened. I'm not happy it happened. Happy and glad, those are two different. Is that two different? Can I at least differentiate that? It was worthwhile in the story of the Celtics, that Jason Tatum got hurt. Jaylen Brown stunk and turned the ball over 1 million times. Because the next year, they had better ball handling skills. They got rid of Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown elevated his game to what he should have been doing all along. So now that he's doing that in his 29 points tonight, and Tatum's doing his thing with the acquisition of Kristaps Porzingis, Andrew Holiday, it needed to happen. And at the time, Wick was like, we're going all in. You know why Wick was going all in? Oh, it's so funny when you look at it in hindsight, huh? Wick, they lost, went all in, went over the cap, and now they have to sell the team. But yet the Heat still stink. Leave it there tonight at 617-779-0985. It is just, they're such an uninteresting team. Where's the fireball? Boom, 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 boom. Where are the Miami Heat people? We used to get prank phone calls from national radio shows. Can you believe that? Where are they now? We took our beatings. No. We took our smackings. Just like in Days of Confusion, remember when they all get their paddle on senior day, or when all the freshmen got, we got ours. Where are they now? Fireball. You guys stink. All right, well, if you're coming home from the game, you want to join me. Crapping all over the Heat. We're here till 11 o'clock. Let's do it. It's fun. Bam out of bio. Tapped out tonight. Tappa. Well, I'll hit the break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to
Couple of takeaways for you. We know about the Celtics and Heat and their great battles over the years. Both teams shorthanded tonight. Celtics came away with a 108-89 win over the Heat. Injuries on both sides, as we mentioned. The Heat started out hot. They got out to a 7-0 lead. Celtics then went on a 14-2 run. And that turned into 17 points in the first half. Peyton Pritchard, off the bench, poured in 16 points in the first half. Heat made it a little interesting in the third quarter, but they ran out of gas because they played back-to-back and they tapped out. Because the Celtics don't get enough credit for tapping teams out. They did it against Miami in the playoffs. They did it against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they did it against the Pacers. When I say front-running basketball, that's what I mean. They play great when they're in leads, and then everybody taps out. It's what the Heat did again tonight. It's what they did. Jaylen Brown finished with 29 points, 7 rebounds. Pritchard again, 25 points off the bench. Celtics will take on the Pistons on Wednesday night. But a couple of guys got some looks, right? Jordan Walsh got the start tonight. Cornette, Cato was in there. And Cornette is making the most of his time. 27 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And, of course, his 6 blocks on the night without the bigs. Peyton Pritchard continues to just light it up. 5 for 12 from 3. And the Celtics are still awaiting who they play in the Cup, the NBA Cup that I don't care about. But they need Orlando to beat New York. Then the Bucks-Pistons game needs to be a 5-point deficit. I don't care. The Heat stink. Sam's in the car. Hey, Sam.
All right, yeah, man. Still in the car, man. Still here. Still hanging on.
You're on the air, bro.
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, this is Joe. What's up?
What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Talk to him, man.
We don't do 2 people callers. We have rules on the show.
I didn't have high hopes for that call, Joe. It just seemed like it was headed in a not great direction.
No, but the only time it really works is when it's couples. Right? When, like, he's like, yeah, Joe, we're driving home. And she's like, yeah, we're going to get Wendy's. You know? Or it's like, yeah, Joe, you know, we're the Celtics. Yeah, Bam stinks. Like that. We allow that. Or if it's like his dad and a kid. We've had those too, right? But when it's the dude being like, yeah, man, we're on hold, man. I'm saying, this is great, dude. Yeah. No, dude, you're on the air. Oh, all right. Talk to him, fella. No. But I was actually interested to see where the people were. Are we just, is everybody just like, no, Joe, we're better than that? We don't want to troll the Miami Heat? Is that where we're at? Because the Celtics are just better than them now? So no trolling, I guess, Skaz, huh? I thought people might have wanted to do that for the next hour or so. Would you guys have done that on the Green Teamers podcast, which came out last night?
I believe we talked about the Heat very briefly at the end, and I just said, you know, Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler don't care about the regular season, so why would I care about regular season matchups against the Heat? You know, they don't show up for it or ever try and get higher than a 7 or 8 seed. You know, it's worked out very well for them in the Jimmy Butler era, so yeah, it's kind of what you expect with the Heat.
So do you think that Jimmy Butler and Spoelstra don't care, that Bam didn't care tonight?
I think Bam tapped out tonight.
Yes.
He just didn't look right either. I've never seen Bam look as bad as he did tonight. Sean mentioned it multiple times on the broadcast where he just looked off. He just didn't look interested.
Huh. So do you think they're in the playoffs, they're going to care again?
Yeah, that's when the Heat care. When they're the 8 seed.
Are
and
you
they're
worried
the
about
underdog.
them?
No, not at all.
Either.
No. I think the Pacers right now are the 8 seed. I'd be much more worried about the Pacers than the Heat at this point.
You know what? Let's take a look at it. It's after Thanksgiving, right? December 2nd, because the season really begins after Christmas. I
would agree.
Well, let's take a look at the NBA standings right now. In the Eastern Conference, Cleveland, number 1. Followed by the Celtics and Orlando Magic, huh? Even without Banchero? Oh, there's the New York Knicks hanging around at 12. Oh, the Bucks. Man, they are just hovering, huh? And the Hawks are man, they all stink. Touchdown. Bo Nix putting on a little bit of a clinic tonight, everybody. Intern Joey is just flipping out because of his fantasy team. Who scored that? Who was that?
Marvin Mims.
93-yarder? Do you think people not to switch subjects, do you think people in Denver last year felt like their coach stunk and that they needed to get a new coach and all that, or do they just have to change quarterbacks?
I think they were upset with the quarterback last year.
Yeah. Again, I can see why some people don't like Sean Payton. He's kind of I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He's just kind of a...
he might be a bad guy.
He might be. He's got like resting coach face. You know? Like Bill just was stoic. Belichick. Again, whenever I see Mayo on the sidelines, guys, I feel like he's got this like Batman utility belt with the buttons that he like doesn't know who's he talking to. Like if Larry Johnson was still with us, who was a great illustrator, he could draw a photo of Mayo on the sideline with all the gadgets. Because I feel like all he does is look for the button to talk to somebody. CEO. We'll get into that coming up in a little bit. You know the Celtics are 4-0 off the back-to-back this year, guys? You guys use that for the Green Teamers? 4-0 off the back-to-back. And this is including no Al Horford's on back-to-backs. And Drew Holiday got the night off. And I don't know what happened with Sam Hauser all of a sudden. He just didn't play it. I know he's been dealing with stuff. You know what? Second half of the year or Christmas Day, Hauser's going to go off. There's going to be a Hauser week. Right now we're on the Pritchard time. We're on PP time. We're going to get Hauser parties going, baby. Celtics 4-0 on the back-to-back. The Heat stink. Just wanted to, if you wanted to get in on it, you can. But what we'll do now is we'll just go back to crushing Gerard Mayo and the Patriots. Unless you want to talk about how bad the Miami Heat are. We're here until 11 o'clock tonight. Skaz is here. We got our intern Joey as well. He's got 2 more shows with us, I believe. 2 more shows for intern Joey? Okay. All right.
Then it's just me and you, Joe.
I feel like it's going to get colder. Like, do you ever feel like that? Like, it gets really lonely here. Right? At night, there's no one here.
Happy we have the garage, but yeah, it gets pretty lonely.
What I mean by it, though, is like if someone wants to get into the building, right? Like we have a guest, how the hell do we do that?
Long break.
You got to just put in like an 8-minute break and just run outside?
And pray.
Yeah. Like we don't need, there's not like a receptionist here. Like our building's different where we are. There's multiple suites in this building, but we don't, I mean, of course, why would there ever be somebody at the desk 24 hours? I did work at a place that had that before, though. You know that? All right, well, the Celtics open up a four-game homestand with a win tonight. Next 3 games are versus Detroit, Milwaukee, and Memphis. Just wake me up when Christmas comes, I guess, right? Will Embiid play that night?
No. No shot.
He sucks, too. Embiid stinks. Giannis stinks.
Sean Payton stinks.
No. Yeah, he stinks. No. All the stars that used to trump the Celtics all stink now. James Harden stinks. Right? Look at all these bums that have been coming through the last couple of nights. Like Detroit, you know what? They're up and coming. But you're going to give me Ja Morant and Marcus Smart? Bums. Ja Morant's fallen. I'm sorry. He's fallen. Oh, my God. We have, man, Thank God for the over, huh? Come on, dude. Get in the end zone. I don't like that. What if he lost the ball? What if something happened? So Jerry Jeudy, who just I hit the over on Jerry Jeudy on a 70-yard. So his over-under was 60. He just had a 70-yard touchdown. Are they going to go for 2? Go for 2. It's 28-23 right now. Broncos. Jameis Winston just out of shotgun, fakes the handoff. Nice little out. Oh, sorry, that was a deep ball, which he overthrew a little bit. Wow, beautiful play. Where the hell's the safety? Where is the safety on that play? And then Jerry Jeudy falls into the end zone, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that tonight. All right, well, people are calling in, so why don't we talk to them? We got John. He's in the car. What's up, John?
Hey, guys, what's going on? Just leaving the Celtics, and you know what? I'll jump on the pile. I love it. Screw the Heat. They suck now. I love it.
They suck tonight. Bam Adebayo, he stinks.
They have always sucked. We beat them in 5 games last year. They're yesterday's news. They're washed. It's all about the C's. It's all about the next one. The crowd was dead. My son is like screaming defense on every possession. Crowd is barely interested because the Heat just aren't scary anymore. Even with Butler, they're not scary.
The Heat are washed.
They're washed. The Heat are washed. It's all about the C's. We're trashing them with, I mean, come on, Jordan Walsh is starting the game. We got Peterman in the game. I mean, dude, we got the main Celtics with Tatum and Brown and White out there, and we're trashing them. It's just, they're gross.
The first round pick, I think, even played tonight, right? Shireman
got in there.
You see that assist he had in the post?
The best thing that the Heat got going right now is Jaime Jaquez. I mean, the guy is a player. He had a little coming out last year in the playoffs, but whatever. They're washed. Like every I sit right near the tunnel. I got seats right there, and every time Bam's leaving, I always love to yell to him, "You're nothing without Jimmy, Bam. You're nothing without Jimmy," because he isn't, and they are nothing without Jimmy. Jimmy can't stay on the court anymore. He's washed. They're done. Stick a fork in him. It's over. Tyler Hero has been good since the bubble.
What else? Do you like do you like going to Miami?
I've never been to Miami. I go to quite a few Celtics games a year. It's always pretty exciting, or it had been. I mean, I brought my boys to that big playoff one a couple of years ago after we had won in Miami. We forced it back to Boston. That was an awesome game, and then I was at game 1 and 5 last year when we washed Miami out of the playoffs in the 5th game, gentleman's sweep. It was fantastic.
Miami
Gotta love sending the Heat home.
Okay, Miami stinks. Thank you, John. Yeah, pile on him.
Mr. Peterman out there.
Yeah, Peterman. Poor Peterson. Drew, right? His name's Drew.
Kudos, Elaine, on a job done.
Peterman. I love that. That's funny. Let's see what else happened. Fordsy? What's your name, bro? You're on the air.
You know who doesn't stink? Donovan Mitchell doesn't stink.
Yeah. He tapped out in the playoffs last year.
You see him yesterday?
Yeah, but his playoffs yesterday,
So I was at the game tonight. The Celtics fans, we don't even take Miami seriously anymore. We're more stoked about getting free McNuggets on a missed free throw than actually booing it.
Who missed
whether
the free?
Jaquez or Ben.
Who missed the free throw?
I think it was Hero.
Oh, so you got free? You got free nugs?
Free nuggies.
When do you get them?
I believe it's with $2 purchase. If we're plugging McDonald's, we might as well.
Okay.
You get a free 10-piece. I think it expires tomorrow, so knock yourself out.
So, like, on the way home, you can get a McFlurry in a 10-piece.
I mean, that sounds pretty great, doesn't it?
What sauce would you get?
Listen, never mind the sauce. We're going to talk about how Peyton Pritchard dog-walked.
No, I want to know about the sauce. What sauces would you get? Barbecue, sweet and sour.
I think I'm a classic guy. I'm going with catch, but maybe a sweet and sour, so you can go 5-5 or a 7-3, a little bit of both. That's how I do it. How would you do it?
You individually move your nuggets for a sauce, so you'll give like 7 to ketchup, 3 to sweet and sour?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Would you? You're black and white. I'm going all with one.
You know what I do is I ask for sweet and sour and barbecue and ranch. Those are the 3 I ask for. And then I rip one open, and I try to get as much as I can before I go through all 3 of them. So I don't really have a method to the madness. I just want the sauce.
Now, the question is, though, how many nuggets per sauce container do you, like, what's your sauce per nugget ratio?
I think
Does that matter?
I think it's 2.5, 3.
Oh, so heavy sauce. That's an insane amount of sauce.
I'm a dipper,
Joe.
bro.
That's way too much sauce, Joe. Way too much sauce.
I mean, I'll lick the carton if you want me to.
Well, I mean, evidently there's none left after 2.5 nuggets, so there you go.
But you're a ketchup guy. So what do you get the packets, or do you put them in the little cup thing they give you?
Listen, if you have to ask, I mean, it's as straightforward of an operation as it is. Is that you put the packets in the top of the holder or the canister,
okay,
and then you have your sauce on the other side of it. And for Celtics fans tonight, with a $2 purchase, you get a free 10. So there you go.
So if you were to get a McFlurry on the way home, what flavored McFlurry would you get?
So I drive by the one in Weymouth, and it's notorious for not having its McFlurry machine working.
Mm-hmm,
it's like a South Shore mythology thing.
Yep.
And
what about the one in Hingham? Could you go to the one in Hingham?
The one in the one in Hingham is the one I'm probably talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's right there on 3A.
I know what you're talking about. That one's the worst, by the way.
The worst. Absolute worst.
I only been there on the way to the Cape once. I was like, you know what? I really want myself a nice little McGriddle.
Yeah. But if you wanted to make McFlurry, you'd be SOL. So there you go. Unbelievable. No, it was kind of a half-hearted. Like Bam had one dunk. I think it was in the 4th.
A dunk of a nugget?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. I gotta keep going. I could have kept going with that, but I knew if we kept going, he would have swore. But he did say SOL, which I liked. I wanted to ask him this, but I know we would have gone too far. Does he get a tray, puts the drink in the tray, and then puts the nuggets in the next one, and then the sauces in the 2 other while he's driving? Because, guys, that's actually mind-blowing to me.
That sounds like something you're going to do, Joe.
No, normally what I do is I open the pack. I never like a top on the top of a sauce. You know how you can pull the top off? I always put it on the top of my nugget packet because I don't want that thing flopping around over there.
We discourage math on the night show, but I am all in on the Joe Murray nugget to sauce math, the ratio.
What happened? Did I screw up?
No, you just trying to figure out how much sauce
he asked
per
me
nugget.
how much sauce. Because when they get, you know what I owe this? We're late. It doesn't matter. This is important. There needs to be an app out there that will tell you if the McFlurry machine's open or not, right? They should have like a sign on. McFlurry's machine is on, right? Like a big sign. Who does that? Krispy Kreme?
There's that website, right?
Oh, yeah, we talked about this, remember?
Is it broken or McDonald's broken or something?
You know what? Look it up during the break. I want to know if the guy can go to the Hingham one. I've been there. You got to go down in a little cul-de-sac. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. And I asked, so normally I get 3. I get barbecue, sweet and sour, and ranch. Sometimes they don't have ranch. So I'll get 4 for a 10-piece. That 4, I'm getting all the sauce I can out of those 10. Right? 4 sauces. So what would the math be on that? That'd be 2.5 each, right? You're right, guys. Joe math. 2.5 each is 4. We got to hit the headline. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
right, back here 98.5, the Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. The Heat stink. What is your McNugget to sauce ratio? Mine is 2.5. I use 4 sauces with 10 nuggets, and I get all my sauce worth. There is a website that will tell you if the machine is open or closed. Skaz, I know you did an investigation during the break there. What do you got?
No, this was intern Joey, McBroken.com, I believe it's called. And, yeah, he looked it up, and apparently the ice cream machine on Route 3 is operational. So if that gentleman that called in wants a McFlurry on his way home, according to the website, he should be able to get one.
McBroken.com.
I believe that's what it's called.
Kind of like the Pooseum?
The Pooseum. I saw you dropping some other interesting.
There was more dinosaur poop.
Might have to get to that on Thursday night.
We do have to get to something in a minute here that you were sent some audio, so I'm interested to know. So we'll tease that for a second. But our buddy JP is in North Providence. Hey, JP.
Joe Skaz, Joe, I'm fired up. We beat the Canadians 6-3. I like the move. I'm already psyched. And guess what? Bleep Miami Heat. LeBron's not walking through the door. Good riddance. They're old. They're beaten. Not even worth getting worked up over, Joe. And Joe, across the street from Sylvan Street Grill, I went to Polana's the other night.
Dude. Okay, I've told you about this place, right? I don't know if I have.
Joe.
So I live down the street, but let me just tell you, that place is amazing. So I'm interested to hear your review.
Joe, that play, I knew I was worried, though. I needed a defibrillator when I saw the prices. They kept telling her the specials and special appetizers, and I'm like sweating, Joe. You know when you walk in and the sous chef is bringing the food to the table. But we had a great time. The appetizers, the service, the food, the filet mignon was out of this world. She went to the restroom. I ate bread like there was no tomorrow to try to fill up, balance my end of the bill. But it was great. Elegant. Got to go back. Very unexpected place. Loved it, Joe. You were right.
It's an absolute gem of a place. You're right. It's no different than like a Capitol Grill, Del Frisco's, but this is on the non-chain level, more of a upscale establishment.
Fantastic inside, Joe. And
you're loving the North Shore, huh, bro?
Hey, that's me. Goodbye, Providence. Goodbye, Hull and Nantasket. I could sneak that in there during the summer, but it's North Shore. Here we go. The prices go up on the North Shore. It's my new T-shirt, Joe.
I will tell you this. I moved there 10 years ago, however many years ago. But, when I go back to my home area, there's only a few good things. On the North Shore, man, it's like pick of the litter. What do you want tonight? You know what I mean? Where we go? You want Italian? I'll tell you where to go. You want to stay? You want barbecue? I know a guy. You know what I mean? The North Shore is loaded, bro.
So it was well worth it, and it had the cash ready because I knew the credit card wasn't covered. I'll be ready next time I go in there. That's for sure, Joe. And by the way, Peyton Pritchett, is that the steal of taking heat for it? Nobody misses Marcus Smart, and we got a sixth player to root for. I got to give him all the credit in the world for that move, sticking to it, signing that contract. He was supposed to be trade bait a couple of years ago. You got to give him credit for keeping him.
Brad Stevens, and it's called development, right? Imagine developing a player behind great players.
Short, ball handler, and could shoot. Love him off the bench, Joe. Great show as always.
6 man of the year. I got a spot for you, JP, but you hit me up in chat. I'll tell you where.
I'll do it. Can I drop your name there?
You can, but they told me not to talk about it because they don't want more people going there. Can you believe that?
Huh. All right, Joe. I'll hit you up on it.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, let's go to break. I want to know what piece of audio you guys have. The Jeremy Conley's always listening. Kevin is always a part of it. And, they send it to Skaz, and then I kind of decipher it. So we'll find out what I did coming up next here on the Sports Hub. Final segment here. Skaz has been sent some audio about something I did probably during a Patriots game. And let's hear it. They sent it to Skaz. Skaz doesn't really know what he's listening for. And I'm here to correct it. So let's, you want to set it out? Anything else?
So this is not from yesterday. I know some of your audio was played earlier on Felger and Mavs from yesterday. This is from the 24th, I believe, of a post game. So this was sent to me. There was no context in the email. So, Joe, I'll let you listen.
All right, let's hear it. All right, back here in the Shaw's and Star Market Patriots postgame show. It's Joe Murray and Leroy Irvin. Well, it's a drive, the unclogging of the caps, which is brought to you by Eastern Mass.
So I'm guessing that was it.
It's supposed to be the... Well, it's a drive, the unclogging of the caps, which is brought to you by Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining. Drains by James, slow drain, clog drain. You need to contact Drains by James today as drainsbyjames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. Make sure I get that one right. Guys are always waiting on that one. Looking at the running game. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the unclogging of the gaps. Well, it's a drive, the unclogging of the caps, which is brought to you by Eastern Mass. Yeah, no, that's not what the script said. It's supposed to be the run of the game brought to you by Drains by James, and it's the unclogging of the gaps.
I knew something was amiss there, but I knew once I played it for you, you'd be able to fill me in.
Yeah, because the unclogging of the gaps with the poop in your tires and the poop in your pipes. It's been a lot of pooping going on. And a lot of dunking as well. All right, we got to get out of here. Thanks, guys. Joey, thank you, Sarah. We're going to have a pizza party on Wednesday for him. We're back tomorrow with the Bruins. I'm Joe Murray. Talk to you guys tomorrow.